Hey guys, welcome back to MotoringBox. I'm Sean McKellar and you join me for a cruise. We're going to go to my PO box to check the mail. Got a few things waiting for me there. And yeah, we're out in our old friend the Ford XR6 Turbo because viewers will know that I actually changed the core on the turbo last episode and I didn't actually film a test video to let you know how it all went. And that's because I really wanted to get a feel, drive the car for a couple of days first to sort of formulate my end opinions and let you guys know. So there's been a few mods made to this car, a drop-in core as I mentioned. It's got a Pulsar rear housing on the turbo as well with a larger wastegate flapper in an effort to try and rein in the boost control issues this car had. It's got a Turbo Smart wastegate actuator as well. We changed to studs, we did a few things. And I can tell you mostly due to the Haltech, the car's actually running pretty bang on. I am going to keep away from the high RPMs, high boost regions, just because this car will need a retune just to make sure it's happy. But let's have a listen. You'll notice I seemed a little bit sloppy on my gear changes there. There is a reason for that. I've been playing around with the throttle smoothing settings in the Haltech and it's set a little bit too smooth. And if you let off the accelerator, it kind of takes a while for the car to shut the throttle. So that didn't sound great, but up till whatever revs that was, 4 or 5 grand, the car's running beautifully. So that's really good news, but that's mostly, as I mentioned, due to the Haltech because this car's running in closed loop O2 control. Which is basically the ECU sniffing the exhaust through the O2 sensor to make sure the car is dialed, you know, no matter how much boost is coming in at a certain time, it'll put in the perfect ratio of fuel to keep the car running well. So it's obviously close enough to how it was tuned before that it's still happy most of the time. I don't want to be too reckless with it. But we'll head over to Goodna and yeah, we'll go pick up whatever's in our post box. So yeah, first impressions are really good. And the boost as well, you'll see there, I wasn't on max throttle, but it was topping out around 12. So I think that 12 PSI wastegate actuator is doing a pretty good job. So yeah, I really do love the fact that I can just drive this car straight away on the Haltech and it's happy. It seems really good. You can see on the IC7 dash here, the fuel ratio at 14.7. That's where it should be bang on for economy sort of cruising situations. Under heavy throttle, you would expect that number to lower, become richer in fuel. It'd be like 13s, 12s, 11s, maybe more, I'm not really sure. That's nice and safe. You want it to be nice and rich. If that number climbed above 14.7, that's running lean. That's, whoa. Dangerous. Hello, Mr. LDV. So yeah, pretty good result. The turbo sounds absolutely fantastic. And I didn't tell you guys as well, but I actually have a Plasma Man hot side piping kit as well, which replaces the pipe from the turbo to the intercooler with a metal one. So the noise is a lot louder and crisper when you hear the turbo spooling. So that is a welcome addition too. There's never a dull moment here in Goodna. Luckily, we're just going to get in and get out. Here we are at the post office, so I'll catch up with you guys on the way out. All right guys, I got the mail, and if you want to send me anything, it's PO Box 121 Goodna, Queensland 4300. First thing we got is a belt for the AU Falcon. You guys, if you follow me on socials, you'll know that my AU threw a belt and it smashed the water pump pulley, and the power steering pump pulley was also cracked as well. So this is an intake VCT specific belt because they're actually longer. There's an extra pulley, so we've got that. And this other one here is for the Magna, so I'm going to tell you about that a little bit later. But one of my subscribers, Sean, actually sent me something really awesome. So he said, here's a gift from me in Western Australia for your Ford BA XR6 Turbo. It's a set of headlight protectors, which is awesome. I actually really want to replace the headlights on this car because the lenses on these are a bit cloudy and they're kind of near the end of their life. So this is going to be perfect. So Sean, thank you very much. I won't be putting them on straight away, but when we replace the headlights, I'll slap them on as well. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I might wrap this up. Tell you what, let's catch up back in the garage at home and we'll finish up the AU and see if I've fixed it. See you there. Right guys, we're back here with the AU. We've got a new water pump because the pulley on my old one is almost completely gone. So we've got a new Repco pump down here, which you can see. It has got a plastic pulley, but considering the last one lasted about 20 years, I think it'll be okay. The plastic pulley on the power steering pump though was also shagged. There's a big crack which you can kind of see a little bit here. We are actually running a second-hand power steering pump at the moment, but the pump itself is really good, so I didn't actually want to throw it away. So I bought a metal pulley from Repco. I used this Repco pulley tool to remove the existing plastic one, put the new metal one on, and fingers crossed it'll be good to continue service. Now to me, everything seemed to be good to go, so I started to put the belt on, and that's when I noticed one of the arms on the tensioner, the top arm which has that top idler pulley, is actually bent. So the pulley itself is sitting in closer to the engine and out of alignment. Thankfully, I actually had a second-hand tensioner sitting in the cupboard with new pulleys on it ready to go. Thank God, these are moments where having a slew of parts saved away is actually a good thing. So the bent tensioner came off and you can actually get a closer look now at how bent that top arm is. It is actually pretty bad. Luckily though, this other tensioner doesn't have this problem, so I installed it onto the car, threw the belt on, same as we've done before, and we'll fire this thing up and see how it runs. Looks good, everything seems to be aligned nicely, everything is running straight and true, nice and quiet, no squeaks. A little bit of movement here from the tensioner, but from what I've seen before, that is fairly normal. So I dare say the AU Falcon is good to go. So the AU appears to be fixed, but this is a bit of a weird one. You know, I've got this tensioner with this bent pulley arm on it, but was that really the cause of the belt coming off and munching everything? Like, this is one of the suspects, but it could have also been the water pump pulley, but it also could have been the power steering pump pulley. Probably not though. It would have been one of the first two, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I guess it doesn't really matter because we've got a new power steering pump pulley. We've got a new water pump with a new water pump pulley down there. New belt. This tensioner, I don't remember if this was off the AU or the BA, but it looks okay. So hopefully it'll do the job. But yeah, it's very interesting. This arm probably bent after the belt came off and was rattling around a bit. It probably grabbed onto this and sort of bent it. But yeah, either way, this car should be hopefully good as gold for the foreseeable future. So I'll let you know how it goes, but in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.